Hello, hello, welcome back.
We are back.
It is part 2. This one should be, well, depending on how many come in, this one should be shorter than the first one. Ain't no telling.
Yes, you could still purchase during this live too. So let me get that link. Who did that?
Sazy?
No, there's not even a cat there. Our door just opened up by itself. Oh, I love that.
All right. Here we go.
It's a ghost.
The ghost wants a mini reading.
We ready to roly-poly-oly for the ghost?
I hope there's no ghost in here. I'll cry. Hold on, let me get the link. Ready.
I mean, this
And my
house was
little
built in
pop-up ready.
1996. It wouldn't surprise me if
that's
somebody's
not
died
even
in
that
here.
old, I wouldn't think.
Wouldn't surprise me if somebody's died in here.
Don't say that. I'm scared.
Me.
Alright. Let's get the link in here. If anybody wants to purchase a reading during the live, there's the link. I just added it. And we're gonna get started with Julie.
Julie!
It says, I'm a Sag/Scorpio cusp. Been in relationship with someone 5 years. Is this person someone I should work through ongoing issues with, or should I move on?
Depends on what you mean by should I. 3 of Cups. Fool card. 10 of Swords. It depends on what you mean by should I. And it also depends a lot on how you're doing it. But this right here is telling me with the 10 of Swords, 6 of Swords, that no matter what, you're gonna throw in the white towel on this anyways. So with the soul contract, I'm having a hard time telling what the soul contract is, whether or not it's complete. But this is telling me straight up that no matter how hard you try, you're going to end up throwing in the white towel on this anyways. Because it's eventually going to get to a point, I think you're already like right there, to the point to where it's not even worth putting in the work to you. And if in your mind you don't even feel like it's worth working for, then it's going to fall apart anyways. So to be 100% honest, the way it's looking right now, it doesn't look like y'all are going to be together a year from today. But yeah, I would say keep working on it unless it feels like it's no longer worth it. If it doesn't feel like it's worth it anymore, then throw in the white towel, because it looks like it's almost there anyways.
Okay. Next is Dacia. Question. I very much still love my ex and can't seem to shake it. I can't understand why I was still so good to her, even though she treated me like trash during our breakup. Whatever she needs, I wanted to show up. I want to move past this unrequited love.
So I think it has more to do with your perception of yourself than anything. I think there's still a big part of you that doesn't really perceive yourself as being as worthy as you should. And it's all about focusing on your self-perception, because I think you're getting there. It's getting close where you say you don't understand why you were so good to this person. But once you really begin to fully embody your self-worth and your value, I think it'll be easier to move past it. Also, too, more than likely, I don't know, if you're unable to do that, it depends on how old this situation was, too. But having a conversation with this person. Wait, after about a year, I don't know how long ago this was, but after about a year, if you have a conversation with this person, I think it'll probably help you see them from a different light. But I think it has more to do with your perception of yourself than anything. And once you realize and fully embody the fact that you deserve better than that, and you really embody that, it'll be easier to release and let go of it. A lot easier. It has to do with your self-perception.
Okay. Next is Christine. Make a long story short, I'm a Sag female. He's a Libra male. I walked away from this toxic person, did a lot of healing. He's still with his third party, but constantly stalking me and reaching out to me on social media. Why won't he leave me alone?
Because he's toxic. You just said it. You can't logically explain toxic people.
I guess that's true.
It just doesn't quite work that way. Yeah, Three of Swords, Five of Wands, because he's a toxic, broken person. There is no real explaining logically somebody who carries around and embodies this energy. Not really. You know, it probably more than likely stems back to childhood with the Six of Cups in the reverse. Usually, I would feel safe saying a good 90% of the time when somebody is a toxic adult, it comes from childhood, most of the time. And whenever somebody is embodying some nasty, horrible trauma from their childhood that it has been buried and suppressed into their adulthood, then there is no figuring them out logically. There's no explaining their motives in a way that makes sense. Why? Because this person's toxic. That's just all there is to it. And there's no real way to explain this person's motives in a way that makes logical sense. This person's just toxic and carrying toxic energy from childhood. And that's pretty much the only explanation there is to it.
All right. Next, we have Megan. Do I try to work things out with my partner or move on? He's a Scorpio that's very caring but has terrible temper. Stubborn to do self-work, and anxiety causes a lot of negative emotions. A little issue/disagreement causes days of yelling. Ooh.
Well,
Another toxic
So,
situation.
Doing self-work is going to cause you negative emotions no matter who you are. That's normal. That's very normal. King of Swords. Ten of Wands. So who was she saying, who was she referring to when she said doing inner work causes negative emotions.
She wants to know if she should work things out with her partner or move on because her partner is very caring but has terrible temper and stubborn to do self-work and anxiety.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's them because she's saying he is caring but has a terrible temper. So I'm assuming that's him who doesn't want to do the self-work.
Yeah, no, I'm not really seeing him doing a whole lot of inner work here with the Ten of Wands, Magician reversed. Not really. Not particularly. More than likely, I'm thinking that I kind of wish I knew how long y'all were together because I'm already seeing the next person due to come into your life with the Two of Cups, Ace of Cups here.
Ooh.
That's somebody new. That's not the person that you're with. So I'm kind of feeling like
You gotta drop that 0.
Yeah.
Get with the hero.
I mean, at the end of the day, you have to be working on you, and you have to see the person that you're dealing with working on themselves. And it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter if you're in the wrong. You have to continue working on you. That's the way a relationship works. I work on me with you by my side. You work on you with me by your side. Anything other than that is not going to work, period. So as long as you're working on you, if you observe him and he's not doing any work on himself, it's never going to happen. It's just not. So I'm already honestly seeing the next person coming into your life. So, yeah, I'd say whenever you feel like you've had enough, don't be afraid to walk away from this because there's already a new contract that's cultivating and the next person is due to come in within the next year to 2 years.
All right, next is Stephanie. Does JB regret what he did to me, and is he going to try to come back? Backstory: he said he loved me but ghosted me twice, then finally came around after I saw him on a dating site saying I didn't deserve to be treated that way and to leave him alone.
Judgment. There's the ghosting card, the first card in the main spread. To a certain degree. Do I think he's going to try to come back? No, I don't think so. But to a degree, I think that he knows that what he did was wrong. I think so. So, but I mean, it's like criminals. They know that what they do is wrong. But with the Five of Swords right here, is he willing to correct his wrong behavior? I don't think so. I don't think so. So, did you say he told you to leave him alone? Is that what that said?
That's what it says. And to leave him alone.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's going to try to come back around. I don't think so. It's like he's aware of what he did wrong, but he doesn't regret it enough to change his behavior. So whenever it's really, really simple whenever somebody ghosts you. Whenever somebody ghosts you, it's very simple. It means they're hiding something. And now, what are they hiding? Who knows? They could be hiding the way they feel about you. They could be hiding something else they have going on in their life. Whatever it is, they're hiding something. Because if they had nothing to hide, they would face you with it. Sure. Yeah, to a degree, but no, I don't think he's going to try to come back around because he doesn't care enough to change his behavior.
Okay, next is another Stephanie. Should I move forward with moving and living in my hometown part-time for work? I miss it terribly, need to live in the state for my new job part of the time, but not sure if I'm making the right decision.
Well, I'll go ahead and give you another little cheat code. The door won't open and allow you to pass through if it's the wrong decision. It's actually really, really, really hard to take the wrong path. Really hard. I would argue 90-95% of the time, it's impossible to take a wrong path. Now, most people think that they've made the wrong decision when things get hard and challenging. Just because you're facing challenges and obstacles doesn't mean you've taken the wrong path. Strength card reversed. Let's see. Chariot reversed. I'm getting kind of back and forth energies right here. You read the question one more time?
Sorry. Should I move forward with moving and living in my hometown part-time for work?
Part-time? How do you live somewhere part-time? I don't get that. Because...
Need to live in the state for my new job part of the time, but not sure if I'm making the right decision.
I don't understand what part-time means because it's looking with the Empress. I got to clarify that because it's looking with the Empress like it wouldn't be part-time if you did that. Six of Swords upright this time. That's what I thought. Wheel of Fortune upright. Yeah, see the doors hanging open. Yes, there's nothing wrong with you moving forward and living there. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. So remember, most people assume that just because they experience challenges, obstacles, and problems mean that they've taken the wrong path. That's not true. If you experience challenges, obstacles, and problems, that will reveal itself later on down the line. But when the door opens and you're able to pass through with little to no resistance, even if there is some resistance, the fact that you're able to pass through means, yes, you may take this path. I don't see anything wrong with it. Even if there are some challenges, that doesn't mean that it's the wrong decision. Just allow for any challenges, obstacles, or problems, allow for that to reveal itself why it happened later on down the line. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it at all. If you're able to do it, do it.
Okay. Next we have Kimberly. Is that an 8? Okay, it says, hi Rich, where will I be able to feel most fulfilled financially, spiritually, and creatively? Meaning, which path should I focus my energy on so that I manifest the highest good? Thank you for being such a beautiful example of love, worth, and masculinity. Ooh.
Well, you have to you have to match that vibration in your heart first. So we don't want to look at it from the perspective of this is going to create my fulfillment for me. We don't want to look at it like that. Even when the universe brings you the person who aligns with your highest good, and you find your calling, and you're in the career that aligns with your highest good and your financial abundance, even all those things are not going to create your happiness for you. So this is a slow, gradual transition that you're going through right now. There's really not too much that you need to try to figure out. Not a whole lot. So it's not like there's this other path you need to take. It's not like there's this path and then this path, and you need to take this one because that'll make you feel more fulfilled than that one will. It doesn't quite work that way. It doesn't quite work that way. As long as you are doing what you can to match that vibration in your heart, your vibration is what attracts and pulls forth your timeline. Does that make sense? So as I'm traveling through linear time space, my frequency is what is pulling forth those timelines. So if I'm vibrating at a frequency where I'm feeling unfulfilled, sad, and upset, I'm going to keep pulling forth timelines and experiences that harmoniously resonate with feeling empty, upset, and unfulfilled. I have to match that frequency in my heart first. And as long as you're working on embodying that frequency in your own heart first, the timeline will appear in front of you. That makes sense? And with the Six of Wands death card, it does look like you're already on that path, even though you don't realize it. You don't realize it, but you are on that path, and you're on a slow, gradual transition, and it'll begin to make a lot more sense as time moves forward. But you're already on that path.
Okay. Next is Stephanie. 2 sisters. One is in Montana. One is in Oregon. Youngest, oldest of 4. Are we breaking the ancestral chain?
You looking at me for?
Yeah, because it's youngest, oldest of 4. I'm confused. Are you the youngest or are you the oldest of the 4? They're both there.
Well, I mean, at the end.
Well, at the end of the day, it's like, are you breaking?
At the end of the day, it only takes you to break an ancestral chain.
Yeah. I just was like, wait, which one is it? Youngest or oldest?
7 of Pentacles reversed. Temperance, 5 of Wands. Oh, 6 of Cups reversed. Okay. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. It only takes one person to break the ancestral chain. It only takes one person. Now, the way these things work is the same way that hereditary diseases work. For example, I'm sure you may or may not have heard of times where, say for example, there's a married couple and the man has diabetes. They go and adopt a brand new born baby, and then the baby develops diabetes because it's a vibrational alignment. The baby being in the presence and in the vibration of somebody who has manifested diabetes for themselves, and they align with that person and embody that same vibration, and that manifests diabetes as well. And that's the same thing with these ancestral traumas. It gets passed and programmed through the DNA, through vibration. And it only takes one person to do that. So are all of you breaking the chain? No, not all of you, no. All of you put together, no. If I were you, what I would do is just focus on doing it yourself. That's what I would do. Just focus on you. You and only you. Because that takes years of reprogramming and takes time. So I would just focus on you for now.
All right, next is Stacy. Why does my ex's energy tell me one thing, his actions, words are completely opposite? I trust my intuition and the energy I can feel from anyone 100%. It's never been wrong. I don't know, he keeps pulling me in to push me out with anger and lies. Is it over? I'm gonna close this. Never fails. As soon as you turn the camera on, someone starts mowing their lawn. Right?
Yeah.
I know, Rich is live. Let's mow our lawns.
Okay, so here's what I'm a little bit confused about. If your intuition is never wrong, what is it you're wanting me to tell you? This is a karmic contract with this person here. Okay, so you all have not completed your karmic contract. Emperor reversed, King of Wands reversed, that's really, really leaning towards narcissism. I don't use that word very often, but I'm no psychologist, so I'm not going to call this person a narcissist, but I will say that their energy right here looks like they have some narcissistic traits and tendencies. And yeah, their energy and things don't match up because this person's not a genuine person of honesty and integrity, as your intuition is telling you. So yeah, this just isn't somebody that you can really trust to take things serious. If it was, you wouldn't need to ask me anything. Emperor reversed, King of Wands reversed. This person doesn't take things seriously, and I would say has lots of narcissistic tendencies and whatnot. But also too, like I said, it's a karmic contract, and that's why you keep getting sucked back into it. And you will continue to be sucked back into it and looping around in a repeat cycle with the Death card reversed and the Three of Swords until you either work it out or you put your foot down and refuse to repeat that cycle again. So yeah, I would say you're dealing with somebody who's teeter-tottering on the narcissist spectrum.
Okay, next is Francis. I am looking for a new home after selling my current one. Am I going to find the right one soon?
Judgment.
Also, this is probably going to be our last part of the day, so if you wanted to get a mini reading, the link is in the chat. We're going to try and finish all of it right now in this live, so there won't be a part 3. So if you wanted to get a mini reading, now's your chance. Today only. Now or never. Or wait another 8 months until we do it again.
All right. Got that Tower card down there. I don't know what that's all about. King of Pentacles reversed. It depends on what you mean by soon. I'm not sure what soon is to you, but probably not. Probably not what you would consider to be soon. I don't foresee it happening in a time that you may consider to be soon. Probably several months out. Probably. I'm going to have to clarify this, though, because there's so much back and forth, push-pull energy. Whenever there's cards that say yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, I have to clarify. Two of Wands reversed. Queen of Swords reversed. King of Pentacles reversed again. Okay, there's the Empress again. So really what I'm getting here, I don't know if I would consider, if you would consider it soon. That's really hard for me to tell what you consider to be soon. But right now, the next place that you're due to move to, the time frame isn't right yet. That's being aligned by a very specific divine timing when it comes to your cycle, where you are energetically, your timeline, where you're due to go next in your timeline. All that has to line up perfectly and vibrationally. And that's what you're really waiting on. But judging by the look of these two spreads that I pulled, would you consider that to be soon? I don't think so. I don't think you would consider it soon.
All right. Anonymous. My question is, what caused Ian to suddenly just stop communicating with me and pull away?
Death card. Well, that soul contract was over anyways. This person's very immature. But loss of interest. It was a loss of interest. That's what, you got to think about it. Put yourself in somebody's shoes. Why would you just stop talking to somebody and pull away? Because you're not interested. I don't know if he was ever interested at any point, but from an energetic perspective, plus there was also emotional codependency energy in here, meaning the vibration of emptiness and loneliness was very prevalent between the two of you. And when two people come together and connect on the frequency of emptiness and loneliness will manifest in physical form, usually, ultimately in the form of separation. But the soul contract completed itself anyways with the Death card, Wheel of Fortune. But I think all in all though, loss of interest. Loss of interest. You see that a lot with codependency connections. When somebody is basically looking for a relationship to fill the void in their heart, relationships can't fill your void. So people just bounce from person to person to person trying to find a void filler. And some people go their whole life before they realize that it doesn't work that way. But yeah, loss of interest.
Okay, next is Emma. Emma C. My fiance and I got into a big fight last Saturday, and it seems like it's over. No communication since. Will we have a reconnection to try again?
Boom. 10 of Cups. Well, it's looking like it's in the soul contract. So, but I'm not really seeing communication right now. So, yeah, this is an example of a soul contract in where the two of you are supposed to be together with that 10 of Cups energy right there. But with the Page of Swords in the reverse, I'm not seeing communication happening. 5 of Swords, Tower card. Now you already told me that, basically. Queen of Wands reversed. Well, I mean, it's in the soul contract. Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups. This is not a soul contract that was supposed to come to an end. It was not supposed to. So hopefully, if we can get both of you cooperating with this soul contract, then yes, ideally, a reconciliation should happen. Ideally. And hopefully you all can work through that, both of you, together as a team. But that's what remains to be seen with that 5 of Swords energy. If both of you can get on the same page at the same time, working towards the same goal, then yes, there should be, because this soul contract is not complete yet. So the only thing I can suggest to you is that you attempt communication and attempt reconciliation, and hopefully, unless his big old ego gets in the way, hopefully he'll follow suit and cooperate with this soul contract. Hopefully.
All right, next is, that's blocking it. Vanessa. I'm Gemini. Will Marcus and I stay together / marry, work out a 7-year relationship after finding out he was cheating. We both are in counseling as we both play roles in the relationship and brought trauma from youth, trust issues.
Queen of Coins.
Queen of Coins.
Well, I'm really honestly feeling like this has put a permanent dent in the connection. It has. So I see you really struggling to regain your trust after this. And I see you struggling to regain the feeling of the connection too. Okay, Hierophant. I see you are really trying. I see you really, really, really trying. And I do see you committing to this. There's just something very important that's missing from this spread here. I don't have one single cup in this spread here. Not one. Not one. I've got Queen of Coins upright, King of Coins in the reverse. So what this means is the masculine energy is fucked up. I got 2 queens in the upright, indicating that whichever one of you resonates most with feminine energy is doing the most work towards this situation, and the masculine is not. So I see you all working towards it, but forming that solid emotional connection, I don't know about all that. Now here's my cup, and it's reversed. So I see you all trying, but I'm not promising that a mutual love connection is going to come out of this anytime soon.
Okay. Next is Anonymous. Is that a 6? Yeah.
A naughty mouse, a naughty mouse.
I am a Taurus female, and I want to know if my Scorpio male best friend is romantically interested in me, or does he just want to get in my pants as a conquest? That's like a sword, by the way.
I'm going to tell you what. Speaking from personal experience, every single Scorpio I have ever met in my life
Are horn dogs.
is a deceitful,
Oh.
sneaky little horn dog.
Oh, there it is.
Deceitful and sneaky about it. Secretive, deceitful, sneaky little horn dog.
That's so mean.
That's just my experience. I'm not saying that if you're a Scorpio, that means that you're like that. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying from my experience, the Scorpios that I've met in my life. I think I can only count one Scorpio I've ever met that I was actually able to trust.
They probably still wanted to get in your pants.
Well, I mean, we did, but...
Oh!
But, I mean, it was still after a long, long period of time. We lived together as roommates for a long time, for months.
They're probably plotting it the whole time, and you don't even know.
Maybe. But, I mean, anyway. Ooh, devil card. Yeah. Yep, sex-based connection. Sex-based connection, yeah. 7 of Swords.
Is that the horn dog card?
Well, the devil card's the horn dog card. The 7 of Swords is the sneaky.
The horn dog card came out.
See, look, sneaky, deceitful little horn dog. Now what I tell you? What I tell you?
Oh no!
Ace of Cups reversed. No. No. Yep. Yep. You pretty much hit the nail on the head with that one. So.
Oh man. Well, don't ruin the friendship then.
And this is one thing that, like I've been saying, and I'm gonna tell you, just like you've heard everybody tell you, 98 to 99% of the time, if you're a female with a male friend, he wants to fuck you. Promise you. I know you've heard every man say that, and for some reason I don't understand why women just can't wrap their minds around this. But I promise you. Now, are there exceptions? Yes, there are little exceptions to everything. Always. But 99% of the time, if you are a female with a male friend, I promise you, if you pick up your phone right now and text him, want to fuck? He's going to say yes. And he'll jump right on it. Promise you.
On my way to fuck your
That's just the way men are. I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm not saying that it's right. It's just the truth.
Okay, moving on. Olivia was curious when Caesar would reach out again. Thanks. Caesar salad. I love Caesar salad. I'm hungry. Reading that made me think of food.
You're a goofball. It's looking like this person's walking away.
Not the Caesar salad. Walking away.
This person's walking away looking for somebody new. keeping their options open, looking to see what else is out there. In this current moment, which is always subject to change, and we'll talk about that in a second, but in this current moment, this person is planning on just walking away and playing the field, exploring new options and finding something new. The only case in which this person would reach out, and I talked about this earlier today, is if they found themselves stuck at a standstill with nobody new coming in. So if it was a period of weeks or months where nobody new coming in, then it's a very strong possibility that this person could reach out. But I don't think this person has plans of reaching out. With the 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups. Right now, this person's wanting to walk away and just go find somebody new. And that's the number one thing on this person's priority list, is something new.
All right, on to the next.
Yeah.
Anonymous. Oh,
Anonymous.
Sagey's out there. I hear him. All right, so this person paid for 2 questions. They are an Aquarius. Person is an Aries. We had a disagreement and haven't had contact. Will he reach out, and what are his thoughts? That's one question. So combine those if you can.
Ace of Cups. Tower. Now, okay, now let me talk about another personal experience of mine. I've never personally witnessed an Aries apologize, ever. Not saying that they haven't. I'm sure that they have out there somewhere. But of all the experiences I've had with Aries people who just blatantly turn on you and fuck you over, I've never had an Aries apologize for fucking me over, ever. Ever. And for years, I can even remember sitting and thinking, there's no way that you really don't see what you did wrong. And I think they do. They're just too proud to admit it. But yeah, this person, I don't really think this person has a whole lot of thoughts. I think that they spoke all of their thoughts to you. And whatever this person said to you during your all's little disagreement, that was their thoughts. That was their thought. Aries people are pretty simple. They can't hold a thought in their head for longer than 5 seconds. And that's like, they're the worst. Sagittarius is right behind it. Sagittarius can hold a thought in their head for 10 seconds before it falls out of their mouth. Aries, 5 seconds. And it falls out of their mouth. So, like, you know this person's thoughts. I think they said everything that there is to say. More than likely, I don't think this person would even consider reconnecting unless you came begging and pleading and begging, saying, I'm sorry. And with that 5 of Swords energy right there, I'm not convinced that that would be a great idea. What's the other question?
I want to start a YouTube channel. Will it be successful?
Well, how about this? Who cares if it's successful? Do it because it's fun. If you can figure out how to go into it with that kind of energy, eventually, if you're putting nothing but passion into it, and you don't worry about if it's successful, you don't worry about what people think about you, that's the energy. Because in the YouTube world, the YouTube world is so oversaturated that if you notice, all the people who are successful on YouTube have one thing in common. They stand out, and they're authentic. It takes a lot of balls to stand out and be authentic. A lot of balls, because you go through any successful YouTuber, go through their comment section. Just go through it and look at all the people who attack them and whatnot. And that scares a lot of people. So a lot of people, they turn the camera on and they try to be all, and they put on this little fake persona, and it doesn't go anywhere. So I say, who cares if it's successful? Do it because it's fun. But we'll see. It'd be a slow road to success. it would be a slow road to success. Overnight success? No. No, I don't see it blowing up overnight. So it would be a slow road. You would have to be very, very consistent and very, very patient. Very consistent and very patient. And then eventually, yes, it'll catch traction and it could become successful. But what I would recommend doing, post and ghost. Post and ghost. Upload a video, don't even look at it. Don't look at it, don't look at the numbers, don't look at the comments, just post and ghost. Do it because it's fun. Record videos and edit videos because it's fucking fun. Then upload that video and forget about it. Start recording and editing your next video because it's fun. Post and ghost.
Oh, shoot.
What?
I messed up.
You messed up.
I skipped all these people and I went to this side. Whoopsie. I went a little out of order, that's all. We're still good. Just some people got a little bit skipped. But... Alright, well, yeah. My bad. Alright. Katie. I know you're in the comments. Thank you for saying that because I was like, wait a minute, I remember your question and I remember having it down, but I didn't know where it went. So, what is that? 46. All right, Katie. Currently dating an Aries for 2 years. Saw Scorpio prior to Aries. Scorpio popped back up on a is that Monday? Into dating, or a month into dating Aries. Aries thinks Scorpio was just trying to use me for sex. Oh, there's that Scorpio horn dog again. Okay. 2 years in and I still can't get over Scorpio off my mind. Am I on the right path? I keep seeing 111.
Well, I can tell you right now, the simple fact that you can't get the Scorpio off your mind tells you that the Aries is not your person. Because if the Aries was your person, you wouldn't give two diddly shits about the Scorpio. But, I mean, having said all that, what does that have to do with whether or not you're on the right path? That's where I'm kind of... Page of Pentacles, Four of Wands reversed. So those were several very loaded questions. No, you're not on the wrong path. If you're wondering whether or not you and the Scorpio are supposed to get back together, no. I think the door is slammed shut on that. I think right now, you're right where you're supposed to be with the Aries individual, with the Aries card next to the Ten of Cups. There is no reason to repeat a past cycle. Matter of fact, with the King of Cups in the reverse, yeah, the Scorpio has successfully emotionally manipulated you. So usually, most of the time, when you have somebody, okay, let me put it to you like this. Have you ever tried to explain a woman's motives to a man and he just doesn't understand you? And you assure him, trust me, women know other women. Have you ever had that conversation? Well, it's the same way with men. When a man tries to tell you the way a man's thinking, trust me, men know other men. And if you have a man telling you that dude's just using you, 90% of the time, he's telling you the truth. Because men know how other men think. But yeah, right now, your soul contract with the Aries is not complete yet. Okay? So you're right where you're supposed to be with the Aries individual. Yeah, I wouldn't go back and try to repeat anything from the past. I wouldn't. Because this person is trying to emotionally manipulate you. And are you on the right path? I mean, yeah, you're on the right path.
Okay, next is Stephanie.
Man, we got a lot of Stephanies.
There's always like, that's like the most common name I think that we get with readings.
It's my mom's name too.
How to handle situation with my person who's a Pisces. It always feels like something's wrong and he expects me to fix his, I'm guessing that was supposed to be issues. I always suspect a third party and want to know if this relationship is even worth still investing in or walking away. I'm a Libra, thank you.
Well, you can't fix somebody else's issues. You got to lay, I can, before the first tarot card hits the table, I can tell you right now, you're going to have to lay the law down on that. I don't fix your issue. You know, you fix your issues. But I can tell you Pisces and Libra would make for a very challenging energetic combination anyways. Just knowing those two energies and how they behave, they're very, 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 very different. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords reversed. Man, ooh, Devil card. This is starting to turn toxic. So I'm not seeing a mutual love connection. I'm seeing drama and toxicity. Drama and toxicity. I'm not seeing a third party in here, but I don't have one single cup on the table. I don't have a single cup on the table. So with the cycle of drama and toxicity repeating itself over and over and over and over and over, I don't see that changing anytime soon. Because, like I was saying earlier today, usually when you have somebody who mistreats you and disrespects you, most people become comfortable disrespecting you if you allow it. So I kind of feel like this is one of those people who is not going to change his behavior because he hasn't had to suffer a consequence for it yet. So I would back away from that and walk away.
All right, next is Esmeralda. Hi, what is coming towards me in the romance department? Thank you.
So I'll see what's due to come in. I was explaining earlier today that I very carefully pick and choose how I word that. Because that little phrase that goes around the tarot community, who is coming towards you, gets under my skin. Because you're not promised that anybody's coming towards you right now, depending on where you are energetically and vibrationally. But there is a contract due to come in. But you have to match the vibration of that soul contract before it can come in. So I'm very careful and picky and choosy how I word that. So I'm looking at what's due to come in next. Let's see. Okay. All right, a test. A test. Because it's time for you, the next soul contract that's due to come in is on a totally different level than anything you've dealt with before. So when it's time to level up, you will be tested. So there will be an open door of opportunity for you to either repeat a past cycle or do something different, which will take you down a timeline to where you upgrade up to the next level. So you will be given the opportunity to enter into a codependency relationship, meaning a relationship that's out of nothing but loneliness. And if your intuition, if you listen to your intuition, it won't feel right because it's not. Because it's not. So the way you react and how you choose to handle that situation is yet to be seen. You can walk right past it and ignore it and just, completely say, nope, I'm not doing that. You can get in there and try to feel it out, and if it doesn't feel right, you can back away from it. Or if you go ahead and jump all in, balls to the wall, and you're going to repeat a past cycle. But I think that before the next contract that's due to come in can come in, you will have to pass a test first within the next year.
Okay, next is Yasmin. I met a guy, Nick, who's Sagittarius. We seemed to have a great connection and getting to know each other. A lot of effort from him. Great deep conversations. Then out of nowhere, ghosted. Haven't heard from him. Any sense as to what happened? Thanks, I'm an Aries. The good old ghosting trick.
Hangman reversed. Boom, 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 boom. Well, from a spiritual perspective, you all completed a karmic contract. But he changed his mind. You see that a lot with a low vibrational Saggy. I swear to you, when I look back in my life, the only people who dared to go out of their way and make plans with me and then ditch on their own plans were Saggies. Every time. And it always blew me away. I'd be like, you made these plans with me. I didn't plan this out. I rearranged my schedule via your request.
We get excited in the moment, and then we change our minds when we settle down.
Well, that's what I think happened here. On an energetic perspective. Changed his mind. Now, I don't understand the whole mind changing thing because I'm a fixed sign. I don't really change my mind. Like when I make a decision, so I can't comprehend that. I can't comprehend making a decision and then waking up the next day changing my mind. It doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't sound fun anymore. That's how a Sagittarius think.
Well, that's what happened. So, but from a spiritual perspective, it was a karmic contract that you all completed successfully. I have seen that damn karmic wheel come out more times today. And I have 5 decks here that I'm using. And it just keeps coming through.
Give them some good shuffles.
I am.
All right, next we have Saraya. Will I be able to manage/survive the obstacles regarding my finance, including visa status?
Strength card reversed. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Well, if you really want me to dissect the true nature of that question, are you able to? Yes, you're able to. It just depends on how stubborn, strong-willed, and strong-minded you are. Because right now I see, even though you're able to, I'm not seeing you handling it very well. With the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Yeah. No, honestly, you got to light a fire up under your ass. And I wish there was an easier way. Trust me, I do. I don't like it either. But I see that you're able to. Oops, I'm mixing my decks up.
You dingleberry.
I see that you're able to, but I also see you wanting to throw in the white towel and give up. But if you make up your mind and you say, no matter what, I'm gonna get through this, and you just pedal to the metal and dig your feet in and refuse to give up, then yeah, you will. But whether or not you maintain that tenacity is yet to be seen. But you can if you put your mind to it. Absolutely.
Okay, next is... Oh, wait. Right now we're doing Deborah. I just told her that we already did hers, but never mind, we're doing it right now. Dang girl, you manifested that like instant. I thought we already did yours. We're doing it now. Oh my god, plot twist. What is new coming in, please, in regards to love?
I'm probably going to need a clarifier spread right here because the only thing that's coming up in this spread is past energy. Past energy that needs to be healed from. Now, people get discouraged when I say that sometimes. Keep in mind that you're not required to be 100% healed and glowing and floating on a cloud before the next person comes in. But if we haven't done any healing whatsoever on a vibrational level, one or two things can happen. Either A, that'll weigh us down completely and prevent the next contract from coming in, or B, we'll just attract another person who's vibrationally identical to the last person and repeat that cycle all over again. Let me clarify that, because only thing that came through there was past energy. Hang on. Let me see. And by the way, I want to remind everybody out there, not just the person I'm reading for, but everybody. Just because something happened a long time ago, so long ago that you've forgotten about it, that doesn't mean that you're healed. Oh, absolutely not. Matter of fact, that's one of the most dangerous things that you can do, is just wait until you forget about it. If that's the way healing worked, there would be no such thing as childhood trauma. All right. Hang on. Judgment reversed. Past energy again. Knight of Swords, Two of Wands reversed. Okay. All right. The only thing I can really tell you is that the next person due to come in is probably going to come across a little bit cold and detached. And if you connect with this person without having cleared any past vibrational baggage, you may misinterpret this person's intentions and think that they just don't care and have no feelings for you. That's not true. That's not true. The next person due to come in is very emotionally independent. Not clingy, not needy, not desperate. And you may accidentally misinterpret it as somebody who does not care. And you may accidentally end up sabotaging the connection. I think that's one of the many, many reasons that I honestly don't have time to describe right now that this past energy is coming up. Just be very, very careful in not allowing issues, trust issues, and trauma from the past to cloud your view of the next person due to come in. Either that, or the number one thing that you should focus on right now is continuing to heal from the past, because it could end up sabotaging the next connection due to come in. And that's all that came through there. So if that's all that came through, that's all I can read.
Next is Cindy. I'm a Capricorn and my ex is a Cancer. Will he contact me again to reconcile?
Opposite signs. Been seeing all these opposite sign readings coming through. Capricorn and Cancer, Taurus and Scorpio. I need to do that. All signs, will they reach out? I haven't done that one in a while. Just doing these here today made me think of that. I haven't done will they reach out in months.
Really?
No, this person's giving you the silent treatment. Queen of Wands. This is a silent standoff. Yeah.
Why isn't it letting me? Sorry, go ahead, finish that real quick. Okay.
This is a silent standoff. Basically a stubbornness competition. This person's giving you the silent treatment, hoping that you'll bend and fold and come running and chasing after him. My concern is if you did, would he try to reconcile, or would he take this opportunity to reject you just because it makes him feel better about himself? Yeah, to answer the question right now, I don't think he has any plans of reaching out. He's hoping that his silence is eating away at you. He's hoping. If it is, I would work on healing that first before you reach out to try to get closure. Because I feel like if you did reach out, he would end up turning it into a game in which he would take it upon himself to reject you just because it would blow up his ego, basically. So if his silence is eating away at you, I would focus on healing that a little bit before you decide to reach out and communicate. Because he's going to take it and run with it.
I'll have to steal this really quick.
For what?
The computer's dying.
It won't work on the computer.
This doesn't work on the computer?
No. You want me to grab the charger?
Yeah.
All right.
Why isn't it the...
Because that's not the same kind. Hang on.
Okay. That was the light.
Oops. Oopsie, oopsie. Oopsie, oopsie, doopsie.
We're not going to be doing another round of mini readings, so yeah, this is it. This is the last part. When we run out, we run out. So, if you were thinking about getting one, you'd have to do it. Woo! Oh my. Wait, do those different ones again? Different colors? No. Make it a little bit brighter. Oh, I kind of like that one. All right, do the different colors again. Oh, no, I don't like that one. Oh, not that one. That one's cool. I like that one. That one's way better. Now we don't look so dark.
Well, you usually complain when the lights are too bright, so that's why I turned it down.
Sometime in the future, yeah. Usually we do these like twice a year. So it might be a while before we do it again. We honestly just kind of forget and we get caught up, and then we'll realize, well, we haven't done that in a long time, and then we realize, you know what I'm saying? But remember a while we were doing it like every week?
Yeah, we used to do it all the time.
Yeah, but then it would kind of trickle down to where we'd have maybe 5 people, so it was just kind of, I don't want to say a waste of time, but it was just, I think it would be mixed up with like your other readings, or you were getting like a lot on your plate.
I don't remember why. I remember back in the day before me and you met, where that was my primary source of income.
Yeah.
I was doing it once a week.
I remember I bought one from you. That was the worst reading ever. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't the worst. He called me Lee. Lee. I'll never let him forget that he called me Lee.
Lee.
And it was funny because I asked, my question was, what was I? I was asking if, I feel like I need to be doing something, or I don't know, it was something stupid like that. And you were just like, you just need to keep doing what you're doing. Or I don't remember. Honestly, I can't remember.
Well, I mean, how...
We'd have to look it up.
No, I mean, if you think about it, though, think about it big picture. How could I have possibly predicted your future?
I know.
How in the world could I possibly have said, oh, yeah, by the way, me and you are going to get married. Just wait a few months. And
I know. It's like you couldn't even read for me then.
I still can't read for her.
You still can't read for me. No wonder why it was like such a general answer. I was like, wow, okay.
I still can't read for her. She's always saying, babe, pull cards. And I'm like, you know I can't read your shit.
Sure not.
And I can't.
All right, sorry for the wait, you guys. Quick little intermission here. All right, anonymous. I've been with my fiance for 8.5 years. We were very connected for the majority of it, but I feel like we're more disconnected now than ever. Do you see this relationship being fixable and fulfilling again?
Well, the part that I think is crazy is after 8.5 years, why are y'all still fiancés? Holy
Well, maybe it's
shit.
for a good thing if they're distancing now. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, that's just crazy though. It's like if you're willing to agree to get married, I think the fact that it took that long is a big red flag to begin with. But that's
well, sometimes people can't like afford it, or it just doesn't work with their like work schedule. They can't get time off. I mean, there's always a bunch of different reasons too. But yeah, we can't just assume.
Hierophant reversed.
Because weddings are expensive as hell.
Man, what was ours? 20 grand?
I think it was like 25.
25 G's? And our anniversary's tomorrow.
Our 1-year anniversary. Okay, let's not interrupt the reading.
Alrighty. Now, I'm seeing you walking away from this. I'm seeing you walking away from this because right now, I don't know if you're aware of it yet or not, but you're not committed to this anymore. So it's kind of like if you could imagine a stitch comes loose in your shirt and it's coming apart. So the first stitch of commitment has already come apart. And I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but yeah, the stitch that was holding that commitment has already come apart. And I see you walking away from this within the next year. Because, yeah, the energy between the two of you, it's not telling me why. I don't know what is in the soul contract. I see you trying to wait it out as long as you possibly can. And the longer you wait, the heavier the burden is getting. And the heavier the burden gets, the less committed you are to this. And the less committed you are to this, the less you feel the desire to work on this connection. Until eventually, I see you walking away from this. That's weird. Usually I'll get some kind of indication as to whether or not, I'm not getting what's in the soul contract, but energetically, if you stay on the same timeline you're on right now, I don't see you all being together in a year. I do not. Damn, no.
I mean, I'm sure that hurts, honestly, after being together for that long. It does kind of hurt.
Well, yeah.
Deep down. Or shit, maybe surface level. Or not. Whatever. Anyways. I can't think of my words. Alright, next is Melinda. What is coming towards me for love? I need love.
Okay, 5 of Cups in the reverse. Well, right now, what I'm getting is that you're on a path by yourself for a reason. I'm not getting what that reason is. I'm really not getting that. It's not telling me why. I might need to clarify this one here because there is a strong possibility that there could be a connection that starts quick and ends quick. Now, I don't know if that's a test that you're going to have to face. There's also a lot of past energy coming through here too. Too much information came in at once. Hang on, let me clarify that. Way too much info came in at once. Seven of Wands reversed. Okay, Strength card reversed. Yeah, I don't know if you want to look at this as a test. There's the Tower card again. Usually when it comes through like this, it looks like it's a test. I don't know if you'd want to look at it as a test, but I'm just going to say be careful. Be careful, because there is a very strong possibility that you, within the next 6 months to a year, could end up connecting with somebody who's playing games and doesn't have genuine intentions. So this is where I advise anybody to just be very, very picky, choosy, and careful. I always give a 1 month rule. You know, within the first month, constantly ask yourself, do I know how you feel about me? Do I know what your intentions are? And do I know that I can trust you? Don't focus your energy on how you feel about them. Focus on how this connection makes you feel within the first month. If it makes you feel nervous, something's wrong. If it makes you wonder whether or not you're pretty enough, something's wrong. If it makes you wonder whether or not you're good enough, something is wrong. If it makes you wonder what you're doing wrong, something's wrong. Pay attention to how it makes you feel. Because that's the weird thing too. I'm not getting why. I'm just getting there's a very strong possibility somebody could make their way into your life who's sneaky, deceitful, and keeps secrets. And it's telling me that you're ignoring your intuition, and it comes crashing and burning, leaving you very hurt and very distraught. So just be careful, be picky, be choosy, pay attention to how it makes you feel. If it feels off, it's off.
All right. Oops. Yes. All right, next is Lilith. Being friends with this O for years plus, kept it distant and respectful. Something shifted, realized I have feelings for O. I tried to show my interest for her in subtle ways, but I feel I'm making O uncomfortable. Walking away. Did O have feelings for me? Oh no.
Queen of Swords reversed. I don't think so.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Queen of Swords upright.
Oh.
I don't think so. I don't think so. The Queen of Swords is the most emotionally detached woman in the entire tarot. Well, it's a tie between her and the Queen of Pentacles. But I think even the Queen of Pentacles is probably more emotional than the Queen of Swords. But that Queen of Swords to just jump out like that, I would have to give that a no. My favorite piece of dating advice that I've ever had is if they really like you, you will know. If they don't, you'll be confused. I just love that. I love it. Straight to the point, cuts through all the fluff. Straight down, cuts through the bullshit. No, I think this person was in love with somebody else. This person's definitely in love with somebody else. But for the Queen of Swords to pop out, as soon as you ask me that question, I would have to give that a no. I don't think so. I do not think this person was romantically interested. I think O was in love with somebody who probably wasn't in love with her. But I would have to give that a no. I don't think so.
All right. Next is Victoria.
Victoria.
Okay, should I give my recent ex another chance? I'm not sure if my instinct that he isn't sincere in his intentions for marriage was my insecurity or an accurate gut instinct. I do love him very much, stuck between the head and the heart.
Well, like I always say, if you're confused about their intentions, it doesn't matter why. Do you believe that when the universe finally delivers you the person it has picked for you, that you'll be confused about their intentions? Let's say he does have nothing but the best of intentions. Then what? Then what? Because the simple fact that you were unable to read that vibrationally, that will extend out to another area or facet of the connection. Yeah, no, I'm thinking he was sincere. I'm thinking so with the 10 of Cups here. 10 of Cups, he was sincere. So with the 8 of Cups reversed, look, we got all this reconciliation energy here. All this reconciliation energy. Look at that, 3 of them. So, here's the thing. It is going to require massive, massive, massive inner work. So, when 2 people come together, the vibration that they're on when they first connect is what will manifest between the 2 of you. So if you want to come back together, both people have to bring a new energy back to the connection. Both of you do. If you don't, if you bring the same energy back to the connection that was there the first time, the same outcome will manifest. So there is potential for a successful reconciliation, but are both of you going to put forth that work? Whatever that insecurity was, need to work through that. If not, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't, because you'll end up with a repeat cycle, and then the next person. I don't have time to break all this down and explain it. There's potential. It's going to require massive, massive work. This isn't your person that aligns with your highest good, but there is potential for the 2 of you to be life partners if you want to make it work. It's just going to require lots of work.
And if you want him to dig deep, then you have to get a personal reading.
Yeah.
There's no time for this.
Yeah.
Personal readings are more in depth, and definitely you get more spreads and more time and all that. So these are just meanies. Okay, next is Christina. Any new love coming in?
Okay, looks like you have a karmic contract due to come in. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Emperor reversed. Yep, I see there's a karmic contract due. Karmic contract due. So, what I always advise whenever I see a karmic contract that's due to come in, all that means is somebody you have unfinished business with from a previous lifetime. I am seeing that this person suffers from massive self-esteem issues, very low confidence, no self-esteem, and it's going to require lots of patience. If you do not have the patience to deal with this person, it won't last 6 months. Okay, the connection would be sabotaged. What I advise is, if you're not interested in playing the karma game, be very picky. You deal with somebody within the first month and you notice that they have low self-confidence, low self-esteem, and they just have all these issues. Unless you feel like taking the chance on this, back away. Back away and cut the contract. But that's totally up to you, because it is a karmic contract. There's definitely a soul contract due to come in. Just know, though, that you connect with somebody within the next 6 months to a year, and it feels funny, and it feels off, and it's a really intense connection, it's a karmic contract. It's totally up to you as to whether or not you want to work on this karmic contract, or if you're just saying, "No, you know what, fuck that, I don't have time to play that game. I'm going to stay single until my actual person comes in." That's totally up to you. But to answer the question, yes, there's a karmic contract due to come in within the next year, probably this year.
Okay, next is Whitney. Says, my question is, I just moved across country and having a hard time sorting out things mentally to help me to get back to my spiritual journey. I feel a bit thrown off. What is something I need to hear right now to help me get back to my spiritual journey and begin healing from the past and move forward? I'm an Aquarius.
All right. Well, first of all, that's normal. That's absolutely normal. Second of all, you don't want to go back to anything. You're moving forward to something completely different. Right now, you're going through a period of gestation and changes. Whenever you make a massive change of location like that, it's always going to be weird. It's always going to feel strange. It's always going to feel uncomfortable. That's normal, because your brain is wired to that old location. Your body, your circadian rhythm and whatnot, is wired to the location, the geographical location that you came from. So it's going to feel off and strange and weird. That's totally normal. Be patient, wait it out, and allow for whatever changes that are starting to happen to happen. Don't try to recreate anything from the past. Your spiritual journey is taking a massive turn, and you're leveling up to the next level. And most of the time, that level up process is not an overnight process. It's a slow, gradual, transitionary process, because if it happens too fast, it'll kill you. It can't happen that fast. The human body can't shift vibrations like that, or it'll be a shock to the system and stop your heart. So be patient, ride that wave. I know how you feel. That's how it was for me moving here, and her too. Mm-hmm. Just moving to California from Las Vegas was so uncomfortable. And now I'm starting to kind of dig it here. You know, now it's starting to become home. That's very normal. What you're going through is very normal. Just don't try too hard to recreate anything from the past. It doesn't really matter, because the past is not going to be recreated. So even if you do try to recreate what you had in the past, it's still going to evolve into something completely different anyways. So that's normal, very normal. That's the way the path goes.
All right, next is Anonymous.
A naughty mouse, a naughty mouse.
Oh my gosh, I'm messing this up. Okay, 1 second. I gotta get the email. Oops, I did that one. Okay. I'm Aries connected to a Taurus man. We've been together for 2 months, and he already said he loves me and said he sees a future with me. What is his real intention? Does he really love me, or he has bad intentions?
Well, again, like I've stated, even if his intentions are good, why are you confused about that? That's a problem. That's a problem. After 2 months, you should be very aware of somebody's intentions, be them good or bad. World card. Now, so far, it looks like his intentions are pretty genuine. 8 of Wands. Yeah, no, it looks like I see his intentions being pretty genuine. I'm not seeing... Now, see, look. 2 Taurus cards back to back. One is the card of long-term stable commitment, pregnancy, fertility. One's the card of commitment, and they're both next to each other, and they're both Taurus cards. The World card, the Emperor and the Empress. Okay, masculine and feminine counterparts. Yeah, his intentions are pretty solid. Pretty solid. Again, just think to yourself though, why are you unaware of his intentions? I'm not saying that you're doing something wrong. There's no finger pointing here. There's no judgment. But really, really tap into this person's intentions, and you're going to have to develop a level of trust. Because if you don't trust his intentions, no finger pointing at you, you're not a bad person, but that can create some problems in the future if you all are not connected at that level to where you're aware of his intentions. They look pretty solid though, pretty good.
Next is Julia. How is life on my own looking? Trying to leave an on-off toxic relationship with my baby daddy.
So you're trying to leave or you are leaving? You don't try to leave an on and off relationship. You either leave or you don't. So, Four of Wands in the reverse. Yep, that's why it's on and off. Because that connection already served its purpose a long time ago. So whenever a soul contract is complete, doesn't matter what you do, try as you may, it'll keep repeating the same cycle over and over and over. I see this being very, very rough because with the Two of Wands here and the Nine of Swords, it looks like it's going to be rough. It's going to be very rough because a solid decision has to be made. And I'm not seeing a solid decision being made with the Two of Wands and the Judgment reversed. So it's going to require a solid decision to be made. And that's only a conversation you can have with yourself. That's between you, your higher self, and the universe. To where in your heart, you put your foot down and say, I'm done. I don't give a damn how long it takes. I don't care how much you come back begging. I don't care if you were the last human being on earth. It ain't happening. I'm not doing it again. Period. Because all the on and off, you know, what happened last time I tried this? What happened the time before that? And the time before that? That's what's going to happen next time. And the time after that, and the time after that. If you look at the last year, that's what the next year will look like. It'll just keep looping around on repeat. And it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough because a solid decision needs to be made. And even then, it's still going to be rough. It's still going to be rough. You got about assuming that you do make that solid decision and put your foot down and say, I'm not fucking doing it again. You got about a good year ahead of you to adjust to the new path on your own. A good year. And that's very normal. Very, very normal. That kind of healing doesn't happen overnight. But if I were you, I would be willing to dedicate the next 365 days to healing, evolution, ascension, transforming your life, and transforming yourself into a completely different person. And yeah, it's going to be rough though. It's not going to be easy.
Okay, so we only have 2 left. So after this, it's closed. We're not doing this anymore. So if you were thinking about getting a 2222, I'll do it now. Because once this video is done, we're done. And we're not doing them anymore till I don't know when. So, yeah, link is in the chat to purchase. All right, next we have 34. Nicole?
One just come in?
No. Okay. And it says, I'm starting a business venture. What are the energies around this project? Will I be successful?
Knight of Pentacles reversed. All right. Eventually, do I see overnight success with the first business venture? No. Not overnight success. And that's very, very common on the path to business and self-employment. 95 to 98% of the time, whenever somebody ventures out into being self-employed, it's almost never immediate. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Does not mean that. Because you have to get on the path and start doing something. And that's the first breadcrumb. So start doing this business and pay very close attention, because once you get done with that, the next door will open that'll lead you to the next point. So eventually, if you stay on the path and you get back up every time you fall, then yes, you will eventually end up finding success. Now, there's about a 5 to 10% chance that you could end up being successful overnight. 5 to 10% chance. Those results usually are not typical. It really depends on the energy that you put forth going into it. Currently, I'm not seeing that energy. That could be subject to change, but more than likely, it's not going to be overnight success. It will be a bit of a journey that eventually will end up leading to success if you stay on the path. Even if you do figure out how to crack that code and enter into this with zero gravity on the quantum field and enough passion behind you, and this does become successful, it'll still be a temporary stepping stone. That still isn't your highest calling. So there is a chance that this could be successful, a small chance. It's not a very big chance. But either way, whether it's successful or not, this is only one stepping stone towards your highest calling.
All right, last one. Oops. Last one. We got Belinda. Oops. Okay, I have been watching your video in classes, but additionally, what else can I do now to raise my vibration?
Well, if you've watched every one of my courses, raising your vibration isn't really something that you can do overnight, right away. Yeah, to make a true, genuine frequency change, you're looking at wanting to dedicate some time and consistency. So like with your internal self-dialogue and affirmations, whatever your affirmations are, the goal is to reprogram that little voice in your subconscious mind. Like say, for example, you want to affirm, I am happy and I love my life. So you're looking at a good 6 months of affirming this and affirming it and affirming it and affirming it over and over and over and over and over all day, every day, before you burn that into your subconscious mind and it starts running all by itself on autopilot like a computer program. Okay. So with the Strength card in the reverse and the Emperor in the reverse, your internal dialogue, what you say to yourself about yourself and about your life in general, affirming the feeling that you want to feel generally. I am happy, I'm excited, I love my life. I'm happy, I'm excited, I love my life. It's going to feel really stupid at first. It's going to feel so silly. It's going to feel like a waste of time. But when you affirm something, you're not affirming it to an external force. You're affirming it to your subconscious mind. And you want to affirm it until it burns itself into your subconscious mind and runs by itself on autopilot like a computer program. So when it comes to actually raising your vibration and you want to keep a solid, consistent vibration and frequency change, time, patience, and consistency. I always say that you need to at least be willing to dedicate 1 year. 1 year. Anytime I set off onto a path to make any kind of genuine frequency change, I always give myself 1 year. 1 year from today. Now, does it always take 1 year? No, not always. Sometimes it takes a month. Sometimes it takes 3 months, 6 months. Sometimes it takes a year. I've had it take 2 years before. But you have to be willing to give yourself 1 year to make that frequency change, and dedicate a year to whatever it is that you're doing to raise your vibration. So patience, time, and consistency.
That's it, but hold on, I'm looking at something really quick. So yeah. Okay. All right, well, if nobody else wants to get a reading, then I guess that's it.
All righty. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and playing along. Have no idea when we're going to do this next.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
Yeah, we might end up doing it again at some point this year, but nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is promised.
Yeah, we appreciate all you guys, and we hope that we helped you and all that jazz. So,
all right. Y'all have a good one.